fill a range. So I'm going to show you two things here. One, basic formatting, okay, for those of us that are novices to Excel. And then I'll show you another thing, okay? The basic formatting for those of us that are novices to Excel is just to show us a method when you're dealing with the outlook of your data, okay? But for those of us that are non-novices, we should already know about it, okay? Then I will now show you the effects of that kind of approach to your data and why most times you don't want to go that route. I will now show you the appropriate route to go. Now, in this data, on this sheet, we have data of customers who at one point in time purchase an item from a shop. The amount for which the item was purchased is also written in the amount column. So at one point in time or another, they come into your store to purchase an item. Okay. So your sales girl or your sales boy, or basically the salesperson, whoever it is that is in charge of the sales, doesn't like so much stress for himself. Okay. So you know what he does? He just writes the name of the person that is ordering the item or that is buying the item, and he just goes ahead and writes the item that they bought. For instance, now for Christy, he just wrote Christy name once and then he wrote these items that, oh, it was Christy that bought these items. Okay. And he wrote the price as well. And then he didn't write Christy name here because he felt, well, I already have Christy here. So Christy covers all this. So the next person that is buying something different is Liney. Okay. So he writes Liney name here. And that's the only thing that Liney bought. So Morgan. Now Morgan bought 4 items as well. So he does this. Okay. Now, while you might come here and say, hello, what exactly is happening here? Why do you have some missing values? And he explains to you that, oh, they are not missing values. But instead, I just have that, oh, Christy bought this item, but I didn't want to rewrite and rewrite because I was trying to be fast. Okay. And then you try to correct it. Now, next time, put this. Now, you as the analyst, you want to fill in Christy all the way down here so that you would know that, oh, it is Christy that actually purchased it. Okay. Now, while some of you might feel, oh, let me simply highlight. Now, this is the wrong method that I want to show you. Although it is very nice if you are formatting your data, you want to change the looks and all. So for those of you that are new to Excel, just pay attention and see something. So I can do something like, oh, highlight this range of cells. Okay. I'll come to my home tab and I'll come to where I have merge and center. If I click on merge and center, do you see what happens? It removes the grid lines within those range. It merges the four of them as one. Okay. Now back to my alignment ribbon group. If I now click on this middle align, it takes Christy to the middle. So if I click outside now it looks nice, isn't it? To the eye, it looks nice. Okay. To the eye, it looks nice. But this is bad for analysis. This is bad for analysis. Why? Because it is not actually merging those cells per se. What it is doing is that it is using one cell to override the others. Now, if I click anywhere in this place, okay, let me click down here. When I click it, if you look at your name box, it's telling you the name of the cell is what? A2. If I click down from A2, it moves to A6. If I click up, it moves to A2. So it's telling me that there's nothing like A3, A4, A5 again. Okay, it is A2 that just spreads out like this when you merge. All right. So it looks nice when you're looking at it visually for presentation, but for analysis, it is wrong because what this means is that when I want to perform analysis and I want to know what is the sum of items that Christy bought, Christy is in cell A2. The item she bought is in cell B2. The amount is 29. Now, who bought this item in cell B3? It is Christy. It will check cell A3. Is Christy in cell A3? No, because cell A3 does not really exist again. Okay, so what I supposed to do instead is I am meant to fill Christy down like this so that I'll have Christy in all of those cells as well. Okay, I will need to fill this Christy, I will need to fill it down like this so that in this cell I'll have Christy, in this cell I'll have Christy, in this cell I'll have Christy. Same thing for Morgan, 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 Wilfred, like that. So to appropriately fill down, what you do very simply is that column on which you want to perform the fill, you are going to highlight that column first. Now you will see that I am highlighting the range where I have that data. I did not click on A to highlight the entire column like this. So no, I highlighted where I have the data alone. Okay, that is the first step. Now, after highlighting that column, the next thing I'm going to do is I would now go to my find and select, the same process I did to locate the blanks, because I also want to locate blanks in this row or in this column rather. So I will go to my find and select, and I'm going to click on go to special. So go to special. What do I want to locate? I want to locate the blanks in this formula or in this cell. I'll click on blanks and I will click on OK. Automatically, you will see that only those blank cells have been highlighted. Now, you need to take note that by default, Excel would select the first blank cell. That is why you have this white, what's it called here? Even though this cell is blank, it is also highlighted. But this one is white, telling you that this cell is selected. You can type inside that cell. You don't have to click anything. Please take note. After my cells or my blank cells have been highlighted like this, you don't have to click anything or click anywhere to do anything. Okay? All you have to do, all that is required of you to do is just start typing. Now, remember I said I want to fill those cells with whatever that is above them or that is just immediately above them. So how I do that is this. I press equal to. As soon as I press equal to, you see that it appears in that cell without me clicking in the cell. Because if you click in the cell before you start typing, it will cancel the highlighting. It will cancel those highlighted cells. Okay, so I just type equal to and it appears in the cell. Okay, now equal to what? I can now click on this cell A2. So I'm saying in cell A3, I want to reference cell A2. If I say equal to A2 in this cell, it means that whatever that is in cell A2, bring it to A3. Okay? Whatever you have in cell A2, bring it down to cell A3. Okay? Now, in cell A4, I want it to bring down whatever it has in cell A3. So it is simply going to be doing something like batch processing, step by step. So it would first take Christy to cell A3. Then cell A4 will now say, oh, what is in cell A3? Because remember I said it is looking at the cell that is immediately before it. Okay, so how I activate that process is this. Instead of pressing enter, if I press enter, it will only activate it for this cell. But I want it to activate it for all those cells. What I will do is I will hold my control key down before I press enter. It is not magic. It is simply Excel doing the work it can do. Do you see that? I press my control key down before I press my enter key. So that column, automatically, it fills it based on, oh, what is before that cell? What is directly before that cell? So now you will see that in cell A3, in your formula bar, you will see that it is referencing A2. Am I right? In cell A4, in my formula bar, what is it referencing? A3. Okay. In cell A5, in my formula bar, what is it referencing? A4. In cell A6, it was not empty, so the value remains there. Cell A7 was not empty, so the value remains there as well. Okay, but cell A8 that was empty, what is it referencing now? It is referencing cell A7. Do you see that? So it is simply referencing the cell that was exactly before it. Why? Because the first example you gave it was that, oh, in this cell A3, I referenced the cell that was exactly before it, cell A2. Okay? And because I press Control Enter, Excel replicates that technique all the way down till it gets to the end. All right? So that is fill a range in Excel. Okay? Many of these techniques that you see are also going to be shown to you in the Power Query. Okay? But this is how you perform them in Microsoft Excel.
Drop your questions in the comment section. Thank you.